So today we're going to talk about bird baths, okay? So how important is water to birds?
Well, how important is water to you?
Very important. Our bodies are made up of mostly water,
That's right. And we need water every day, and so does nature.
Okay.
So do the birds. It's an essential part of habitat that many times people forget. And yes, when it's raining, nature provides the water.
Right.
But there's times when it's not available.
Okay.
Plus, if you have a bird bath in your yard, the birds that come to your feeders will more than likely attend a bird bath. We'll utilize that too, so you can enjoy their interaction there.
Okay.
Plus, you have birds in the canopies of the trees that are never going to come down to your feeders because they're not feeder birds. But water's a common denominator. Everybody needs water, so they'll come.
So they'll come. Have water,
They
they'll
will come.
You like that, Mr. D? I do. All right, so how are we going to incorporate all of this into our backyards, though, to attract those birds?
There's a lot of different options that you can do.
Okay.
You can do as simple as a little plant saucer, very little saucer filled with water. You can do a ground bath. You can do a pedestal bath. You can do a hanging bath. What's important, though, is that you have the correct depth. You don't want it too deep, so the little guys will be apprehensive to get into the water, because they're going to come and drink, and they're going to come and bathe and get in there and shake around and get the water through those feathers and get clean, because clean feathers means that you can fly well. You're a healthy bird.
Okay.
Okay, so you want 2 inches or less in your water, in your depth. And some folks already have an existing bird bath that's really too deep, and you can shallow it by adding rocks, putting a stone in the middle.
Okay. All right, and that will help out our little birdies. Okay.
It sure will.
All right, so how do we take care of the bird bath?
Very important. You want to change your water out about every 2 to 3 days, especially in the hot months when we have mosquitoes around.
Yes.
Mosquitoes, of course, you know, they like to breed in water, but if you empty your bath every 2 to 3 days and freshen it up with fresh water, then you don't have that problem.
Right.
Or if you add moving water to your bath, mosquito larvae can't go through the process it needs to do when the water is moving. So moving water, not only that, moving water will attract the birds readily to the bath. I brought a few items here to show you how to keep your bath clean, okay? If you can dump your bath, scrub it out really well, because it's going to have algae on it and also the bird droppings. They can't help it, that's what happens.
All right.
And you scrub it out, you rinse it out, and then you start with fresh water. Now, about once a month at least, we advise a deep cleaning, which would be 9 parts of water to 1 part of bleach or vinegar. And that's going to kill that algae that's in there. And then rinse it really well and start fresh. Now, some folks have baths that are so large it's very difficult to dump. And hose that out and start with a fresh, clean bath. And we have enzymes. These are natural enzymes that eat the gunk in the bath. They need to be added with every time you put fresh water in.
Now, how much would you add? I guess
it says on the back. Just a capful for 1 to 5 gallons. So this will last you a good long time. And it's safe for wildlife. We wouldn't have anything in there that would harm them. This is a bird bath protector. This is a fountain protector. It's the same enzymes, but this one has a defoamer in it, so your bird fountain doesn't look like it's covered with bubbles. Would be good.
Yeah. Okay. I actually have one of those large, bird baths, so yeah, I have to kind of get out the hose and clean it up a little bit. So
that's good.
I have to look into that. Okay, now let's talk again about this moving water, right? So we actually have.
We brought some examples today of moving water. The black hook hanging on the side of the bath is a dripper, and it can be regulated down to just drip, drip, drip. Also in the bath is a bubbling rock, and that rock is going to recirculate the existing water. So your dripper is going to be hooked up to your outside garden faucet. It runs off of water pressure. Birds hear and see moving water, so this is going to be a magnet to them. The bubbling rock runs on electricity, so you have to have outdoor electricity for that. You wouldn't want both units in the same bath, so it's an either-or choice on that one.
Okay.
There's other things you can do though that I didn't even bring, and that's things such as a wiggler. It looks like a big green mushroom that sits in the bath, and it runs on 2 batteries, and it just spins the water. And the spinning makes ripples, and the ripples attract the birds, but the ripples also prevent mosquitoes from breeding, as this would prevent mosquitoes from breeding. Or you can be just as simplistic as saving a gallon milk jug.
How about that?
And filling it with water, hanging it on a branch of a tree above your bird bath, and sticking it one time with an ice pick. And it'll drip, drip,
How about
drip.
that?
It has the same effect. That's something fun to do with children.
Okay.
Yeah, especially. Now, in the wintertime, water is extremely important. We drink water all year long, so do birds. They have to bathe all year long, just as we do. But in the wintertime, when your water is frozen, or if it's, the weatherman says we're going to get freezing water, put in an electric de-icer. It's a unit that does run off of electricity, but it prevents your water from freezing over. And when you have the only open spot of water in the area, birds are just going to flock to it. It's fun. It is fun.
Let me ask you this. Can the water get too hot for the birds, though?
No, good question. Sometimes folks will think, oh, it's like a hot tub. It's thermostatically controlled. Your de-icer is.
Okay.
It kicks on, I believe, when your water temperature or your outside temperature goes below 40, but it will not allow the water to heat up.
Okay. So it'll be fine.
It's regulated.
How about that? So no spa for the birds, huh?
Right.
Now, let's talk a little bit about, again, those mosquitoes. So you can actually purchase those mosquito dunks.
Yes.
Right? I mean, those would be good to use in there as
correct.
well. It contains BT, and it's safe for the birds and, you know, the other pests and things like that, pets.
Even says on the package that it's safe.
Okay. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yes.
You have a bird bath, Mr. D?
I do not, but I might get one. I'm thinking about it.
You thinking about it? I think he likes the bubbler.
I think so too.
We have the feeders. We have a lot of bird feeders
Sure.
and hummingbird feeders, and but we don't have we don't have any water for them. That's why they don't hang around very long.
Well, you will get even more birds when you incorporate water with your feeder than just a feeder alone. And you mentioned hummingbirds. There's a little white tip, a nozzle that can go on the end of that dripper. Hummingbirds really like a mist.
Okay.
And you can adapt that to be a mist, and they'll fly through the mist. Or there
there
are
goes.
misters that you can twine up into a tree, such as a small dogwood tree or that, and it connects to your garden hose, and it just puts out a soft cloud of water vapor. And it's a lot of fun too, because not only hummingbirds, but on a dry day, you turn on your mister, and the leaves of the tree will collect the moisture, and you'll have little birds going in that leaf bathe. So it's better entertainment than TV. Except for this show.
Okay, except for the show, right, except for the family plot. Miss Debbi, we appreciate that. Always good information, always good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you much. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.